Southampton and can bring us up to date. Good morning, Sean.
Morning, yes I can. I'm outside the Matchbox Cafe now, which is just on one of the side streets off the main high street where I was a little bit earlier. You can see down there. So spending and the amount of people going to our high streets is really important for all the independent businesses as well. Now, you can see this morning, like down the high street here, that lots of shops closed at the moment, but even when they're all open, there's still not that many people coming as there were in previous years. So footfall, as they call it, is down. And also spending in July was down 0.9% when compared to the July the year before. That despite the heat wave and the World Cup, that didn't quite sustain through the next month. Now, what does that mean for the high street? I'm going to have a chat to our guests who we've been feeding finally this morning. Got Diane and James here with me. Morning to you both. Morning. You're all sorted. Diane, start with you. These figures from you this morning at Springboard about footfall, people hitting the high street. Why is the trend continuing to be us going to the high street less and less?
Well, over the longer term, of course, a proportion of our spending is now online. So the ONS reported at the end of last year that we're around 18% of all our spend is online. So that's about £1 in £5, of course, of our household budgets is now online. So inevitably, that means that fewer people will be on the high street. But having said that, the decline that we're seeing is lessening. We're seeing just a 1% decline on average in our high streets. So it's not a huge amount. It seems to be levelling off now. The key area of decline is shopping centres. They're really feeling the pinch, and that's because there's trading challenges for our bigger retailers, and it's those retailers that tend to dominate in our shopping centres.
Interesting. James, you were talking a little bit earlier. You look at innovation a lot. You were talking about the Palace of Fun, Debenhams back in the 80s. I mean, you can see a bit of innovation in a cafe on the side street like this one here. What more needs to be done?
Well, everything that this cafe is doing, you might or might not like the art, but it is innovative, it's colourful, it's attractive, it's different, and the big stores like M&S that's just closed should be doing that in fantastic electronic displays, cooking lessons, 3D printing, and, you know, a barrel of laughs in terms of what their employees offer every customer. You know, interest, responsiveness, innovation. We're not getting that in the high street. It's a failure of nerve, it's an aversion to risk, and it's a refusal to take technology seriously. There's not enough research and development, very little at all, in fact, done by the major high street chains. It's not up to somebody else to do that. They should be doing that to make themselves more exciting.
Interesting. Cooking lessons in M&S. Thanks, James. Thanks, Diane. We'll have a quick chat with Bing Wan just before we go. Bing, hello.
Good morning.
Is this mine?
It is for you.
Well, blimey, right. We'll get into that in a minute. Bing, you've been open a few months now here. M&S was open Saturday but shut forever on Sunday. How much of a difference did that make?
It made a big difference. Even with the impacts of only one day of being closed, the footfall of the passing traffic has been quite impacted quite a lot.
And in terms of business generally, you've been open a few months now. How are things? Because we saw spending was down in July, fewer people hitting the high street.
Overall, business actually is increasing for us anyway. So yes, we have improved, and hopefully from the business, from the closure of M&S, hopefully we can gain some business from that.
Interesting. And what's the big thing for you when people come in here talking about stuff? What's the main thing you need to be going right?
It's just to be innovative and just keep moving the business forward and just sort of gain with the people's interest of what they want.
And be honest, what have I got here?
It's a luxury hot chocolate just for you.
Luxury hot chocolate, thank you, with many, many calories in it. Lovely. I'll be getting into that. Thanks, Bing. Talking much more over the morning. We've also got Jonathan with us as well from the council. We'll be talking to him a bit later about what town centres can actually do to try and improve things when we see fewer people hitting the high street.
There's a lot of things in that coffee. Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you.